Hello and welcome back to another video, and today I've decided to have fun. What do you mean I decided to have fun? I decided to take the skill that I have that's called drawing and have fun with it. And by having fun, I mean not drawing a female for the billionth time. I don't know what's the big deal about it, but I think every person that draws tends to muscle memory draw a woman, like on any occasion, for no reason. There's a reason to that, for no reason at all. And like, I'll be honest, I'm kind of past that. Like, sure, appealing to the eye, easy on the eyes, looks good, you know, beauty standards, whatever. I'm kind of past that. I wanna create something, you know, a bit more. That's not, you know, something that's not a girl. You know, put a twist on it even. So I decided to design a creature. What kind of creature? Well, if you heard about something called League of Legends, I'm pretty sure you've never heard of that game before, since it's like an indie game made by an indie company. Like a small company called Riot Games. Yeah, they're not that big of a deal, but like the lore of the game is actually quite expansive. And what I mean is the lore of League of Legends is actually like so vast and so good, so well written that that alone made me like stick with League of Legends for a long time. And now that they're developing an MMO, what they call the Riot MMO, that's gonna use the League of Legends world as the base of the game. I'm pretty hyped up about it because there is a problem with video games I have lately. Because I was a bit late to have the tools to play video games, which is like a decent computer, because it took me a long time to acquire a decent computer, you know, financial troubles. So every time I get to a game, it's like you have the 10-year-old veterans, you have the 20-year-old speedrunners. Like if you like, I remember one time I tried to play Guilty Gear because I had an Xbox at the time, and then you got like the first 3 matches were like people like me, noobs like me, which is like it was a decent match. And then after that, I faced the guy who plays the game regularly, and let's just say my ass was handed to me. My ass was handed to me straight, man. That alone, like, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal because you tend to find more people your level than not. And then like recently, since 2XKO got, fortunately, most people that play that game are people who play League, so they don't know anything about fighting games, let alone anything about any other game perhaps. So I've been matched with people either my level or a bit higher or a bit lower, which has been a bit fun, which I'm gonna play later on. So yeah, now that I'm waiting for the Riot MMO, the moment it releases, I'm going to be one of the first to hop on that shit and grind on that shit. I'm gonna grind on it. I'll pause. So yeah, that's why I'm excited for the MMO, because it has one of my favorite IPs of all time and one of my favorite game genres of all time, MMOs. I used to play a lot of, in middle school I played one MMORPG called Wakfu. I played that thing for the whole entirety of middle school. Middle school was so chill at home because I go to school, come home, play Wakfu, and at night play Shadow Fight 2. Life was so chill back then, man. And then what else? So yeah, the creature I designed is a void creature, which inspires heavily from Vel'Koz and the Void. And I wished something like that would be in the game, like as a, you know, fightable NPC they would fight. I have like a lot of ideas on the gear that I would like to find in the game. Well, we'll get to that in another video, but like for this one, I designed a void creature. If you played Legends of Runeterra, which is like it used to be one of the best ways to get the League lore, or the Legends or the Runeterra lore, because it had so many cards, so much art, so many expositions, so many reveals. The Darken Saga was one of my favorite expansions on that game, the Darken Saga. Like seeing Darkens other than Rost Aatrox was like a mind-opening experience. It was taking drugs without drugs. Like seeing other Darkens designs was like, you know, it's like, you know, one thing for a whole, like, you know, one thing for a long period of time, and then Suddenly that thing is no longer one thing, it's now multiple, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. I designed a void creature and inspired from Vel'Koz. It's like I used the lasso tool, which is one of the most devastating tools. Which is one of the most OP tools in Clip Studio Paint. If you have Clip Studio Paint and you're not using the lasso fill tool, you're still using the pen to draw. Let's just say, like, you need to outgrow your own comfort zone, something like that. You at least need to try this tool. I see that many people don't really like this tool at all because of the unorthodox way that it is being used, especially in this video, because it heavily relies on shape language, which is one of the most essential things to know if you want to be drawing anything at all. So I made the concept. The creature is like, you know, typical void creature. It's probably not one of the best designs I've ever made, but yeah. It has like multiple eyes. It looks like it's pulsating, and it has a attack which, you know, charges up on one eye, and then boom, big ass laser, a void beam or whatever it's called. A plasma, yes, plasma. That's what's called, plasma. I'm very proud of this design. The thing about this design, it was like what I had in mind. This creature is like amalgamations of multiple voidlings coming together to form a single entity that is very unstable, highly unstable. So it's like only plasma attack is shooting from this one big eye, and the small eyes don't shoot like little lasers because it's kind of unstable. If it does that, it's gonna, like, you know, start to destabilize. And then, for example, if you fight this thing and then you kill it, it doesn't go away peacefully. It has some, let's just say, Middle Eastern inspired elements. So since it's unstable, if you hit it really hard, it's gonna boom, explode. Plasma explosion, which deals like a decent amount of damage to you if your guard is down, or if you fight it for the first time. I had the fun designing this or making this up, or like I spent 1 hour on it, just decent. I've been legit spending 1 hour on each piece I'd be working on these days. It's like 1 hour for like the base thing, 2 hours for extra details and whatnot. I remember the first time I actually sat down and did a drawing, like a serious drawing. It took me 6 hours total. 6 hours total. 4 hours for the line art, and 4 hours 4 hours for the line art, 2 hours for the painting and whatnot. We were in a group Discord of artists, and I suggested, guys, somebody post a reference, and we all tried to draw that, and it was like our second reference. It was Itadori Yuji from JJK, and it was like a cover art for the ending song of the second season where the Shibuya incident happened. I will show that on the screen right now. I like it. It has some minor mistakes, but it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, 4 hours, I'm not touching that again. So yeah, I really enjoyed making the design. I'll probably make more designs of what I expect to be in the MMO, or what I wish to be in the MMO. Well, not gonna cover every aspect of it or every niche or region, but I'm probably covering the things I want. One of my biggest strengths in creativity is creativity itself. Like, I'm not that good at drawing something really well, but I'm really good at coming up with an idea and then executing it to a decent amount, like you see here. Like, this is not the most original void looking creature ever drawn, but it looks aight. It looks aight. You could probably, if you put some labels on it, you could probably tell that it's from the void. If you slap a League of Legends logo somewhere, or slap a Riot logo somewhere, it definitely is a void. What the fuck happened to this guy? Did his controller die as well?
What the fucking kind of controller is?
Replay! Replay!
No, get up, get up! No, get up, get up, get up! Why is he attacking the two of us? Just the two of us.